Okay, next chapter. We got a new chapter on our hands. I'm just gonna go down here. I'm gonna record this whole thing down here, I think. Alright. Author's note. And here is the next chapter, everyone. In this chapter, the protagonist is going to be Maylene, as she remembers the first day she met her Lucario. But it will be that the last thing she is going to remember? Notes: I don't know if her past with Lucario was revealed in the anime, but I felt it was interesting to try at least. Read and review with the next world to be saved. It's probably going to have horrible acoustics down there. I'll just go up here. Next world to be saved. Chapter 25. The Mysterious Valley of the Aura, also known as Aura People plus Cynthia. Veilstone City, Pokemon Center. Okay, Maylene, you can stop hugging my Lucario now, Chris said, tapping Maylene's shoulder. I don't want to, she said. Chris's eyes widened when he saw the face of his Pokemon turning into the purple color. I mean it, you're choking him. I can't breath, Chris's Lucario said. Maylene looked at him, and she released him from her arms. I'm so sorry. Please, forgive me, she said, bending. His face returned to his usual blue color, and he sighed. It's fine. For now. What kind of threat is that? Leave her alone. What'd she do to you? Finally, Chris said, I hope I don't sound too much like a white knight. I don't know, I just noticed last time is, these aren't real people, so it's not the same, I guess, but, last time, I don't know, it's maybe getting a little too invested in talking about, the character's treatment of Maylene, specifically Chris's. I don't know, whatever. It's fine. For now. Finally, Chris sighed, then he looked at Cynthia. You said your Lucario was missing too. She nodded. That is correct. Not only that, I've heard in all the region that all the wild Lucario disappeared too. All? Riley asked. Cynthia nodded. There must be some kind of event going on in Sinnoh then. Riley got in a thinking position. That's why I called an expert for this job, Cynthia said. Who? Maylene asked. Just then, the doors of the Pokemon Center opened, and a man with a white beard, white hair, wearing brown coat, and under it there was a lab coat, and he was holding a briefcase in his right hand, came stepping inside. Oh, that was some pretty terrible description, I must say. Ah, Cynthia, you're here already, the man said. Professor Rowan, how is your investigation about the evolution of the Pokemon going? Cynthia asked. It's going well, but I was interested about your problem. I'm glad you took your time to help me. Professor Rowan looked at Riley, his Lucario, Maylene, Chris, and his Lucario. And are they your friends? Yes, she said. Good. Now let's have a seat over that table. He pointed to an empty table with a couch. All of them sat on the couch, except for the number two Lucarios, who remained stood. What's all this about the disappearance of the wild Lucarios? Chris asked. Rowan opened his briefcase and he took out a map. He placed it on the table so everyone could see. See the circled points? Rowan asked, pointing to red circles on the map. Everyone nodded. Those are the locations of where the wild Lucarios had been roaming. But, he pointed to a big circle on the map, they have been spotted running to this location. It's near Mount Coronet, Riley said. That's right. I've heard from many sources that they have been climbing into a hidden valley near Mount Coronet, Rowan said. A hidden valley? Maylene asked. Yes, a hidden valley that it's almost impossible to enter. The valley is surrounded by high cliffs and pits. His geography could only be matched with Mount Coronet's geography. So we need to enter the valley then? Chris asked. That is the hard part. Many have tried to enter, but when they're close,
they suddenly are attacked by aura spheres coming from nowhere. After that, they fall unconscious to the ground. The next thing they see, it's the point where they started to go through.
It sounds very weird to be attacked by aura spheres from nowhere, Cynthia said. That's because there are Lucarios living there, Riley said in surprise.
Do you mean they live there, and they attack any traveler who wants to pass? Maylene asked.
Riley nodded. If they don't want any person inside their valley, it's because they are hiding something very valuable.
But what could it be? Maylene asked.
I don't know for sure. That's where you number 6, Rowan was interrupted. 7 if you count Pichu, number 7, Chris said, pointing to Pichu.
That's where you 7 enter. Your mission is to infiltrate the valley and find what is going on with the Lucarios. It won't be easy, so I suggest to be prepared if you dare to go, Rowan said.
What do you think, Lucario? Chris asked to his Lucario.
I'm ready if you are,
he said.
Same for me if Riley wants to go,
Riley's Lucario said, looking at Riley. I'm good to go. This mystery is really intriguing me, Riley said.
I'm ready too. I want to find my Lucario, and I won't give up so easily,
Maylene said. She was putting her shoes on, fucking finally.
We're ready, Professor... Sorry, what the fuck? We're ready, Professor Rowan, Cynthia said. Good. He stood up. I'm counting on all of you. Be careful.
He took his briefcase and he left the Pokemon Center. You don't get to give orders to Cynthia. She's like the de facto leader of this land. Maylene stood up and she made a fist in the air.
Let's go,
she said, excited. Everyone nodded and they left the Pokemon Center. Veilstone City, street. Just outside the Pokemon Center, there was a ice cream man selling ice cream. Cynthia said she was going to pay if they wanted. They nodded, and Cynthia bought ice cream for everyone except her. She's too cool for ice cream, but it's okay when she does it, though. When it's like Lucario or Mewtwo doing it now, but when Cynthia does it, it's okay. Oh, never mind. She's going to, she's going to get one anyway. Never mind. I spoke too soon.
Hey, Cynthia, are you going to buy one for yourself? Maylene asked. Just a minute. I need to decide which flavor I want to eat, she said, thinking in front of the ice cream man.
Okay, you can take your time, Chris said. 1 hour later.
Cynthia, haven't you decided yet?
Maylene asked.
In a second,
Cynthia replied. 1 hour later. Cynthia, we've finished with our ice cream. Are you done yet? Chris asked. What, it took them 2 hours to eat an ice cream? Holy fuck, Chris asked.
Just a minute,
she said. 1 hour later. Cynthia? Riley asked.
I'm almost done.
Another hour later. Cynthia! Everyone yelled at Cynthia. Then she snapped her fingers.
I know what I want. I know what to choose now,
she said, smiling. Sorry, I just read ahead a little bit. That was a good joke.
I know what to choose now, she said, smiling.
Really, what do you want? The ice cream asked. Fucking sentient ice cream. Wasn't there a Pokemon that was just ice cream? I swear there was. I'm going to find out about that. I won't ask Bulbapedia because I don't know what its name was. Ice cream Pokemon. This is around the time they started getting really lazy. Yeah, Vanillux. Oh, Vanillish. Oh, there's 3. Vanillish, Vanillite, and Vanillux. And they are all there. They look very beautiful. I have a notification. I'll check that later. Yeah. Alright,
I know what to choose now, she said, smiling.
Really? What do you want? The ice cream asked.
I want vanilla, please,
she said, smiling. That was what I was laughing about. I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny in a sort of throwaway way. Throwaway sort of way. I want vanilla, please, she said, smiling. Everyone were left speechless, and they fell in anime style. Even both Lucarios fell in anime style. Apparently, they weren't cool enough to avoid falling in anime style, whatever the fuck that means. Does that just mean they sort of bowl over? Whatever. Cartoonishly? Okay. Sorry, it's not cartoon. I swear, it's completely different. It's not cartoon. Honest.
What's wrong with all of you?
She asked while she was licking her ice cream. Nothing, Cynthia. Everything is fine, Chris said sarcastically while his face was on the floor. Oh, okay, never mind. Nothing, Cynthia. Everything is fine, Chris said sarcastically while his face was on the floor. After that little and annoying event, you call that little? That's like 5 hours. An annoying event, everyone regained their compostures, okay, and walked, I guess that's just something that's going to keep happening, that word, and walked through the exit of Veilstone City. And Cynthia didn't finish her ice cream, too. Route 215.
So, we need to cross the Route 215, and then we follow a secret path in the Route 210, near the cafe cabin, right? Maylene asked. Riley nodded.
Wow, does this route ever stops raining? Chris asked as he and Pichu were getting drenched by the water.
It's very rarely if the rain stops in this route, Cynthia said.
Just then the rain stopped, and the light of the sun was coming between the clouds, and Starly flew to the air. That's the bird, I think.
Finally, I was getting upset with the rain, Maylene said.
Psst! Chris's Lucario sneezed a bit. Psst! Oh, it's the Death Grips noise again. Psst! Psst!
Take this, it will clear your nose.
Maylene handed over a napkin to Lucario. He took it.
Thanks,
he said as he cleared his nose. Maylene gave a little smile at him, and Lucario blushed a little. Ah, fucking, it's a romance quadrilateral.